Hello everyone, welcome to the Biology Funda. In today's video, we are going to learn about microbes in sewage treatment. What is sewage? Sewage refers to the municipal wastewater that is generated every day in cities and towns. In short, the wastewater that is generated in your house and thrown out from your house is called as sewage. There are many components of sewage like human excreta, organic matter and microbes out of which many are pathogenic. That means they can cause diseases. Human excreta is the major component of it. Now sewage should not be discharged directly into natural body because it can affect the aquatic life and also it can affect the ones which are using the sewage water. So before disposal, sewage has to be treated in order to make it less polluting. So how it can be treated? Sewage can be treated in sewage treatment plants. In this treatment plant, the wastewater is treated using heterotrophic microbes which feed on others for their food. That means they will feed on organic matter and the microbes of the sewage and make the sewage water less polluting. Hence, afterwards, after the treatment, this water can be discharged directly into natural water bodies. This sewage treatment is carried out in two stages. First, primary treatment or physical treatment. Second, secondary treatment or biological treatment. Additionally, there is another treatment called a tertiary treatment or physiochemical treatment. This treatment is not there in the NCERT textbook, but we will study about this in this video. Now, let us learn about this treatment in detail. You have a picture on the screen. Sewage is first treated in primary treatment. This treatment is also known as physical treatment because it basically involves the physical removal of particles from the sewage. Physical removal is done using two steps, that is filtration and sedimentation. There are two tanks for that, filtration tank and sedimentation tank. In the filtration tank, firstly the sewage is being passed. Here the floating debris are removed using the screens or the filter. There are different types of filters. They are in sequences and the floating debris are being removed using the filtration. This filtration is also called a sequential filtration. After the removal of large and small particles, this sewage is then again sent to another tank called a sedimentation tank. Here, the ones which were not filtered are sedimented, that is, the grit, like soil and small pebbles. All the solid settles down in this tank and they are known as primary sludge. This primary sludge is disposed from the tank and whatever remains above that is supernatant, it is then further transferred for treatment. This supernatant is known as primary effluent. This effluent from the primary settling tank is taken for the secondary treatment. Secondary treatment is also known as biological treatment because it involves the use of microbes. Here, the effluent is sent to aeration tank. Now, aeration tank are large tanks which has agitator. These agitator constantly agitate mechanically and supply the air. In the aeration tank, flocs are being added. What are flocs? Flocs are masses of bacteria associated with fungal filament which form mesh-like structure. These flocs are provided air by the agitator. The air help in the growth of these flocs. While growing, this microbe consume major part of the organic matter in the effluent. Now, I'll give you a case. You have food material on a plate and in a bowl. Now, on a plate, since the plate is large, it has more food and the bowl is small, so it has less food. Now, tell me which among these will require more time to eat, or which among these will require more energy to eat? Obviously, the one on the large plate will require more time and energy to eat. Now, more energy means it will require more oxygen. So, the demand of oxygen will be more when you are consuming the food more. So, here the same thing happens. The organic matter is more, which makes the water more polluting. So, the flocks will require more oxygen. So, there is more demand in oxygen. So, when the polluting water is more, biochemical oxygen demand is more. Biochemical oxygen demand, or BOD, refers to the amount of oxygen that would be consumed if all the organic matter in 1 liter of water were oxidized by bacteria. It is a measure of the organic matter present in the water. So, if it is more, if the food is more, BOD is more. So, we need to make the organic matter less to make it less polluting, and for that BOD will be less. So we have to wait till the sewage water is treated and the BOD is reduced. Till the BOD is reduced, we cannot send the sewage water for next treatment. So after the reduction of BOD, the sewage water is then sent to settling tank. In the settling tank, the effluent is there, all the organic matter is consumed. Can you consume the water now? All the organic matter is consumed, right? We can, there are no harm for that. But no, there are still flocks present. These flocks are still microbes that can affect the organism. So these flocks are also need to be removed from the effluent. So it is removed in this tank called as settling tank. When the effluent is sent in the settling tank, the flock settle down. They sediment. After the sediment, it is known as activated sludge. The supernatant that is formed is known as secundarium. This supernatant is free from all the pathogen, all the microbes and the organic matter, and can be called as less polluting. This is then sent to natural water bodies. Now, suppose we need to use this effluent or the less polluting water for human consumption. Can we do it? No. It need to be treated again if it is used for human consumption. So the treatment is called as tertiary treatment. In the tertiary treatment, the different chemicals are used, different factors are used like chlorine, UV rays, where the water is being treated and made potable water for human consumption. This is also called as physiochemical treatment. Now, what is remaining? Activated sludge. Activated sludge is remain. But can you dispose it? No, it is not required to dispose. We can still utilize the activated sludge. Activated sludge are nothing but the flocks. A small part of it can be pumped back into the aeration tank to serve as the inoculum. The majority part of it is then pumped into the large tank called as anaerobic sludge digester. What is anaerobic sludge digester? As the name suggests, anaerobic sludge digester has anaerobic microbes. These anaerobic microbes will consume the flocks. While consumption, they will digest the organic mass as well as the organic aerobic microbes. During the consumption, during the digestion, there are different gases that have been produced by this anaerobic bacteria. These gases are methane, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, etc. This mixture of gases are nothing but they are together called as biogas. They can be used as a source of energy because it is inflammable. So here there is effective utilization of all the components. In the sewage treatment, microbes are used to treat the sewage as well as biogas gas is being produced. So we have two functions of sewage treatment. I hope you are clear with the idea. You understood the concept. If you understood the concept, please comment below. If you have any queries, you can also comment below. Like this, share with your friends, subscribe our channel. We are also available on Instagram page called as the Biology Funda. The link is in the description and also in our channel profile. You can follow us. Thank you so much if you are there till the end. देव बरे करू.